welcome to the 2019 National Honor Society installation. We would like to thank the parents, friends, and family members who have supported these inductees throughout their academic years. It is truly an honor to be receiving them as new members of the Prudentia Dignitas chapter of the Fairfield High School National Honor Society. For our entertainment this evening, one of our current NHS members, Abigail Giesling, will perform a tap dance routine.
Okay, so I'm going to do the shim sham, but it's like two versions. So the first one is like the original, and it's pretty like general. And then the second one is the Dorothy Wasserman shim sham, and that's a little bit different.
Thank you, Abigail. Our speakers this evening are Miss Mary Beth Folk and Miss Jody Lubers. Miss Folk is a graduate of Ohio State University, and in 2015 she earned her master's degree at Kansas State University in agricultural education. She has been teaching at Fairfield since 2008. She transformed the industrial arts program into an agricultural education program, and she started a new FFA chapter. She's a sponsor for Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Site Council President, and you will find her at most home games running the scoreboard or stat board. She is very involved in her local church where she helps with the Faith Leaders program for kindergarten through 6th grade students. She lives south of Sterling, Kansas and raises several kinds of farm animals, excluding chickens, of course. During the summer months, she helps on the Meyer Rice farm and enjoys going back to her family farm in Mansfield, Ohio to assist in milking cows. Our other speaker this evening is Miss Lubers. Ms. Lubers earned her BSc at Emporia State University. Ms. Lubers retired last year after 39 years of teaching here at Fairfield. Since her retirement, she has enjoyed sleeping until 9 a.m., going to bed at 1 a.m., quilting, and reading. Lately, she has taken on a full-time subbing assignment until the end of this semester. We are glad to have her back teaching for a few more months. Ms. Lubers has two sons, Brian and Mark, who are both Fairfield graduates. Brian is a veterinarian and director of diagnostic labs at Kansas State University. He is married to Jennifer and they have two children, Olivia, a sophomore, and Brock, a 5th grader. Her other son, Mark, is a field technologist and is married to Mandy. They have one daughter, Tinley, who turns 3 years old tomorrow. She loves spending time with her grandchildren and watching them play ball. Please join me in giving a round of applause to Miss Lubers and Miss Folk.
think about the National Honor Society, I think about the 4 pillars in which they stand for: character, leadership, scholarship, and service. I vividly remember being inducted into the National Honor Society, but memories extend far beyond, as the requirement was to obtain 60 hours of service each year in order to receive your cords. This experience and friendships I made along the way has helped me become the person I am today. Mrs. Lubers and I would like to discuss 5 lessons that can help you in life. And yep, I'm going to refer to her as J. Lubes.
What you doing, Mary Beth?
Oh, just reading the politics here. What do you think there, Nancy Pelosi?
I guess you don't like her, do you?
Well, are you a Nan fan?
Well, you know, she's been in the House of Representatives for a long time, and she has a lot of experience, and she knows what she's doing.
Well, I didn't see her in the house, but, you know, you gave me this bag years ago, and I brought something that would match your house. One of my rascally students.
Oh, no. Oh, Mary Beth.
All right.
I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Okay.
So our skit was on agree to disagree, respect the conflict. In life, you will encounter people who think differently from you about controversial topics. These people may be in your family, at school, or at work. They will also be in society. You may hear them on television or on social media. You can always turn off your phone or computer if the message is offensive. You will not always be able to change the minds of those close to you. So the key to disagreeing with them is to respect their opinions even if you don't agree with them. Listen to them with a rational attitude. Also, don't overreact by arguing with others, which could cause a real problem. Finally, try to focus on the reasons that you like that person or persons and make those qualities the foundation of your relationships.
Hi, Alex. What you doing today?
Well, I don't think I'm going to basketball practice tonight. I think I'm just going to stay home. And you know, my uncle, he's been working out with me, and he says I just have a lot of real natural talent, so I don't think I need to go to practice.
Jalen, we played pretty fair this week. Come on, can we win?
Well, maybe you could find somebody to take my place, because I have a lot of natural, real talent, and I don't think I need to go to practice.
Yeah, you look like LeBron.
Well,
Okay. Be accountable. In high school, you must be responsible for your grades and participating in activities in which you have committed to. This means that you strive for the highest grade point average possible, not just staying off the ineligibility list. Accountability also extends to following through with commitments that you have made when you decide to join school activities. If you are a member of a sports team, you are committing to attending practices and leadership. If you are a member of a club or activity, you are committing to your time to being involved. After all, life is a race against time, which is the ultimate limiting factor. If you let other team members carry all the weight for the success of the sports program or activity, you will not be accountable for your commitment. If you quit a sport or activity in the middle of the time that the commitment is being made, just because it's too hard or you don't have enough time, is a lack of accountability. Accountability is a lifelong habit that high school students must practice to have successful personal and professional relationships. You will want to be committed to your family and your friends. You will want to be accountable at work by working for or being a boss who is successful and who expects you to be accountable. Hey, Miss Lubers, you know, J-Lips, when I moved here 12 years ago, these Kansas people, they're kind of different. They say things funny. You ever notice that?
well, you know, I'm not from around here, Mary Beth, and I've noticed that too.
Like one day this kid was looking for the box of like crayons or something.
It's crayons. Crayons.
It's crayons.
No, not around here.
Oh, did you do your
learn about the outside world. The Fairfield community is a nurturing place for children to grow. However, there's a larger and often different world community to see. It's interesting to see how people from other places thrive, earn a living, and have fun. We should all study and appreciate other cultures because many people look, speak, and dress differently from us. Sometimes these differences cause suspicion, but you might find that you enjoy the celebrations, food, and traditions of other cultures. Cultural differences can be found between rural and urban areas in Kansas, so they are not just worldwide. Later, you may choose to move back home and take those new ideas with you. Cultural diversity has made America great. The ideas of many people contributing to our society has made it stronger and more interesting. Hi, Mary Beth.
Okay, Liz, what's up now?
I just am having a horrible time with my car. It's just making this loud screeching sound, kind of like two cats fighting. What do you think could be wrong?
Well, maybe you got a kitty cat in your belt, or maybe the drive shaft's going out, or the fuel pump, or maybe one of your rascally students put a potato in the tailpipe. You know, after about 2 miles, that's going to be a real booger for you.
You know, I didn't understand any of that. Could you say that again?
Yes, I said you should turn up the radio, turn down your hearing aid, or option 3, check the dipstick in the blinker fluid. Find your strength and become an expert. Every expert was once a beginner. I can attest to this. When I was in high school, I had a barn full of red sows. I got them because my father had a dairy farm, but I didn't want to work for him. He would have been the boss, and I already owned some cows, so I bought some animals he didn't know much about, but neither did I. I purchased some hogs. These sows farrowed, which means they delivered their babies. And the first sow was 0 for 16 with live babies. The second sow, she was 6 for 8, and I had a dead sow. And the third one, she was 8 for 8 with her babies and a good nursing sow. All this happened in the same week, but I did a lot of late night researching. And in the spring of my senior year, I came in from working ground, and a man pulled into our driveway. My father greeted him, but soon came into the house to find me. This man had heard of experiences, and he had heard about my experiences, and he wanted me to help on his large sow farm. What a great opportunity, I thought. We soon led the world in pig per sow production, but every expert was once a beginner, but you never know who's watching. Our last one is find a lifelong mentor. Mentors can be parents, teachers, or friends. They can be anyone who will give you helpful advice to make you a better person. For me, it was my grandpa. Even though he's 93 years old today, I still call him a couple times a week on his flip phone. I can ask him how to fix things in his house because we have worked to get beside each other for our entire life. Because of his stroke, he now has a walker, but his best days are when I tell him about my good day. He lives through all of us and his grandchildren as a special relationship he had built by helping each of us grow.
Before my senior year in high school, I looked forward to having Mrs. Monteith as my English teacher. She was a veteran of World War II, and she had begun a drill team at Highland Park called the Bonnie Lassies, which reflected her military training. This was a prestigious group that girls could only join if they tried out and were accepted. This group was well known nationally and won several awards. Students at Highland Park were equally as excited about being in her classes. When I enrolled before school started, my schedule didn't include being in her English 4 class. I was so disappointed that my teacher was going to be a first-year teacher that I didn't know. This disappointment became one of the best experiences of my high school career. She made my freshman English class in college easy because she introduced me to the 5-paragraph essay, which makes writing easy. We had to expand that writing technique by using it to write a comparison-contrast book report. She influenced the way I taught English. When I was in college, I went home and visited her many times and continued to seek her advice. In conclusion, agreeing to disagree, being accountable, accepting others, finding your strengths and discovering lifelong friendships are some of the greatest things you can do to help make yourself a well-rounded person. Make the people around you better. Be yourself and be the best you can be. Thank you.
This was a lot of fun, Mary Beth.
Thank you, Ms. Folk and Ms. Lubers. At this time, our current Senior National Honor Society members will perform the candle lighting ceremony. The National Honor Society has worked for over half a century to bring the achievements of high school students to the attention of their classmates, parents, communities, and the colleges they plan to attend. Membership in the National Honor Society is a strong reference to a student's character and provides an encouragement for constant academic achievement and services to the school. The Society embraces high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. The purpose of the National Honor Society is fourfold. 1. To create an enthusiasm for scholarship. 2. To stimulate a desire to render service. 3. To promote leadership. And 4. To develop character. The emblem of the National Honor Society is the keystone and the torch. The keystone bears at its base the letters CSLS, which stands for the 4 principles of this organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Before we begin the candle lighting ceremony, an explanation of each of the principles will be given, and a candle will be lighted to represent each of the 4 principles. The green candle represents character. Character is the power that makes great men famous, because in the end they are judged by what they are rather than what they have done. It is the quality of character that guides men through life, and when once developed, grows steadily.
Candle represents scholarship and is the goal toward which each high school student has been striving. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read past and the light which illuminates the future.
Candle represents leadership. Leadership in school life is demonstrated in many ways, promoting school activities, demonstrating classroom leadership, and holding school offices or positions of responsibility. Even as we recognize leadership here, so will people recognize it in life.
The red candle represents service. Service to others gives us the highest form of happiness in this world. Much has been given to us, and much will be expected from us. We have duties to others and to ourselves, and we can shirk neither.
The white candle represents truth and knowledge. It is from this candle that each student shall light his or own white candle of knowledge. Symbolically, each student shall light his or own candle and become a member of the National Honor Society, pledging to uphold the ideals of the Prudentia cum Dignitas chapter of the National Honor Society at Fairfield High School.
We now present to you the students who have the qualifications for membership. Each student will come forward as her name is called and recite the pledge, sign the register, light her candle, and pick up a membership packet containing membership pin, card, and certificate.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold
I pledge myself to uphold
the high purpose of the society to which I have been elected,
the high purpose of this society to which I have been elected,
striving in every way by word and deed
striving in every way by word and deed,
to make its ideals the ideals of my to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
Congratulations. Catriona Marie Davis. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold
Pledge myself to uphold
the high purpose of this society to which I've been elected,
the high purpose of this society to which I have been elected,
striving in every way by word and deed
striving in every way by word and deed,
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
Congratulations. Hunter Scotland McMillan. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold
I pledge myself to uphold
the high purpose of the society to which I've been elected,
the high purpose of this society to which I have been elected,
striving in every way by word and deed
striving in every word, or in every way by word and deed,
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
Congratulations. Haley Ann Richardson. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold
I pledge myself to uphold
the high purpose of this society to which I've been elected,
the high purpose of the society to which I have been elected,
striving in every way by word and deed
striving in every way by word and deed,
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
Congratulations. Dusty Elizabeth Bryan. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold
I pledge myself to uphold
the high purpose of this society to which I've been elected,
the high purpose of this society to which I've been elected,
striving in every way by word and deed,
by striving in every way by word and deed,
making its ideals the ideals of my school.
making its ideals the ideals of my school.
Congratulations. Eva Jo Schwartbegger. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold
I pledge myself to uphold
the high purpose of this society to which I have been elected,
the high purpose of the society to which I have been elected,
striving in every way by word and deed
striving in every way by word and deed,
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
to make its ideals the ideals of my school.
Congratulations. Congratulations to all the new members of our Fairfield High School National Honor Society. We would like to thank you all for attending, and we would especially like to thank Ms. Folk and Ms. Lubers for being our speakers this evening and present them with the gift of appreciation. We would also like to thank our sponsors, for being awesome and putting up with us crazy people. And that is Mrs. Buckwalter and Mrs. Unruh.
Thank you guys for
For anyone interested in taking pictures, you may do so at this time, and then the reception will be following in the cafeteria. Thank you.